What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a Race Hail Praise Dale podcast scheme scene video. That's a mouthful. But welcome to Scheme Scene, where we rate the schemes for this week's race, which will be at Atlanta. I'm JT Dallas,
I am Voodoo.
and are you ready to jump into some beautiful schemes?
Let's hit that intro, baby.
Do it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. So we just got done with a super speedway, and now we're gonna go to a track that races like a super speedway. So,
Hot Atlanta.
yes, sir. Hot Atlanta it is.
All right, ready to just get on down to it and get to this first scheme.
Let's do it.
All right, remember, we only get 1 5 lug rating each.
Yes, sir.
Let's flip on over to the first scheme.
There it
Curry
is.
LeJuror is coming back. Might have to add him back to the dang winless streak thing. He keeps showing up like this.
Oh, it's a really nice car. I like it a lot. I get the penny thing behind the number,
I think it looks
but at the
better on
same
this scheme than it did last week.
that's what I was gonna say. It looks better on this scheme. I'm gonna give this one actually a 4. I like this scheme quite a bit, actually. Not that I like the driver, but we're not rating the driver.
Right. Yeah, we can't rate drivers that would feel like we have bias. It definitely is a better scheme than last week.
Mm-hmm.
If you look real close where it says when seconds count, they got like a little helicopter.
I did see that. It's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's quite a 4 though. I think I'm gonna do a 3.
Okay.
Right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, sure.
All right, next up, you guess who the next scheme is for?
Possibly Ross Chastain.
Yeah. No, I was kind of thinking of doing what Wrap It Up does. Like they do it in the finishing order of the last race. I was thinking of maybe doing it in qualifying order of the race coming up.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
That way you kind of get a little bit more information with it.
Yeah.
But this one I will give a 4 because this one is a pretty scheme, even though we saw it quite a bit last year. Not
Yes,
tired
sir.
of it.
I like it. It's really nice. I'm gonna agree with your 4. Gives
Yeah,
me Helen
but
vibes. You know what I'm saying?
right.
All right. Moving on to the 2 of Austin Cindric. It is a Menard scheme. You've seen him once. You've seen him 800 times. I'm gonna go with 2 because I just like. I'm starting
Two
to
for
dislike.
2. I'll go with your 2 for 2. 2. 2.
2.
I don't know. Too many 2s.
Too many 2s.
Moving on to Austin of the Dylan type.
Yes, sure.
Got his
Uh,
get bioethanol car.
it's one of my favorites, honestly, that he runs. Um,
You
it's
don't like the camo one?
I said one of my favorites. I didn't say my favorite.
Well, my man.
That's right. You're bad. Anyway, is it my turn to
No, it's mine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna mimic what we did last car. I'm gonna go 3 for 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll agree with your 3.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it is pretty basic, but I do like the little light gray stripes going through it. Kind of
Yeah,
gives it a 3D effect on that green line going through there.
definitely.
All right, we got a brand new scheme. The number 4.
The number 4, huh?
They're Title Max. Red, white, and blue.
Sorry, hang on. My thing's being dumb. Ooh, I do like this scheme. The only thing I wish is the 4 was a different color to make it kind of pop. I'm gonna give this one a 3 lug. 'Cause it is kind of basic, but I mean it's nice looking.
Yeah, it's they could have done a little bit more, but I'm guessing Title Max is like a title loan company or something. I would assume.
Assuming.
So I'll keep it at your 3. And you ready for another brand new scheme?
See it?
1.
1. 100% agree. 1.
Enough about that guy. Now let's go to Mr. Brad Keselowski.
That's weird. It's his Build Submarines car. We've seen it 100 times. I'm gonna give it a 3 just because it's a nicer scheme, but at the same time,
I'd actually like it. Not quite Ryan Priest level, so I'll agree with your 3. If it was Ryan Priest's number on the door, I'd give it a 4, but not so.
Unfortunately.
Justin Haley. While it's better than the Game Bridge last season, it's still pretty garbage. I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you just as well.
Pretty boring. It's not just the little lines that they had, but now it's like wannabe arrows.
Unfortunately.
Carbush.
Man, I like this scheme to an extent. I like the little crescent roll on the back. I like how the black has patterns in it. But this car's just not very appealing to me. Like, you know what I mean? I like the effort that they put into it, but at the same time, I'm like, eh. It makes me think of a chocolate bar car. Like, if this had Hershey's on it, I'd be a little bit happier.
No, I never thought of it that way. That makes sense. Now,
I'm
if
gonna give
that
this one a
crescent roll on
3.
the back was real, that'd be a different story. The clip art.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna give this one a 3.
I'll agree with you. I'll keep it at 3. Just because, why not? All right,
Oh,
Mr. Chase Elliott.
man, if boring was a person, it would be Chase Elliott.
2.
Yep, I agree. Moving on.
No, that wasn't a sneeze. That was a 2. Hi, Dylan.
Ty Dillon Seabest car.
A little
It's
bit
kind of
different than what he ran at the Clash.
Yeah, it's just kind of boring. I mean, all it's a black car with like a couple red lines on it. I'm gonna give this one a 2.
I'll agree with you. I feel like they could have put something like some sort of pattern.
That and like one thing that's driving me nuts is it says Seabest on the side of it, but then it's also got the logo right under that.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, eh.
Are you ready for a little Yahoo?
Let's see it. It's definitely different from the last ones they've done. The Yahoo cars are, man, I like them. You know what I mean? I don't know who uses Yahoo anymore, but I like the Yahoo cars.
I don't think anybody does.
How do they afford to sponsor?
I technically use my Yahoo email address for my Microsoft account, but that's it.
I don't even use that. The only thing my Yahoo email address uses is for Facebook, and that's because for some reason it says my email was used in another account for Facebook, like my current email. So I tried to update it, and it was like, oh no, you can't do that.
I like the fact that it's not just one solid purple this time, and it's not just the logo. They added some extra.
Yeah, some white
end.
and lighter purple lines and stuff.
But
I'm gonna
it's still a
give this one
3.
3.
It was my turn to go
Couldn't
first,
remember
but that's
which one
fine.
it
We
was.
went at the same time. Because 3 is its fate.
Yeah.
Going on to the 12, Mr. Ryan Blaney.
I actually am excited for this one because it's a change up. I don't think we've seen this car before.
I have not, because his Zero Sugar last year was different than this.
Yeah. So I like it. I wish that there was, just less contingency sponsors in the way, kind of, and they added just a little bit more to it. But I'm just excited that we get to see a newer Penske car. Like we're gonna. I'd hate for Penske fans to get kind of spoiled because last week we had a newer uh, Joey Logano scheme, and then this week we've got a newer Blaney scheme. I'm a little worried that they're gonna start,
Is it going to be a newer Austin Cindric scheme next week?
who knows. I'm gonna
Awesome.
give this one a 4. I like this scheme. I would own it in a heartbeat. It gives me Ryan Newman vibes.
I'll agree with you for. And it is a Ryan, but not a Newman.
That is true.
Oh, I'm dumb. Hey, who's AJ Allmendinger?
This makes me think. Didn't he run this car already this year?
Not this year. Last year it was ran though.
Thinking of the Clash. What's that dude's name? Myers.
Burt Myers.
Yeah, it looks like his car.
Kind of. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 2. Kind of boring.
Well, yeah, it is. It's very boring. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with your 2.
Go ahead and see what this Bush's got.
Whoa! Look, we've already seen this scheme before. I'm gonna give it a 3. It's not old yet, but it's not new.
Technically not the same as last week. Got a Georgia Pacific logo under Fast and All instead of DeWalt.
That is true.
But I'll give it a
I'm
3 as well.
I'm still waiting for the 17 DeWalt scheme.
We shall see if it's gonna happen.
Have a Kinza throwback, black car with that yellow saw blade.
Now we get to see Mr. Negative 67 points.
Rip. At least he's got a really cool scheme. Looks like some smoke and orange.
Yeah.
I'll give him 4 lugs out of pity because he's got a long way to make up now that the team kind of cheated for him.
Now, I'm going to give this one a 4 as well, but to put it into context, this picture does not do it justice. Because that orange on the track pops.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty.
100%.
At least on TV it does. I haven't been to the actual track to see it yet.
Ugh.
Moving on to a DeWalt scheme.
I think it's your turn, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
'cause I
went
didn't
first
see
last
anything.
time. I'll give it a 3, smack dab in the middle. Not super plain and ugly, but not the best either.
Yeah,
Just kind of
I'll
there.
agree with you. 3. Not showing any driver bias or anything, but it's bland and boring, like you said.
Well, here's the Wood Brothers and their brand new scheme.
Wow. It's the scheme that they've been running since 1939.
He goes 1900, but sure.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But, man, I get that a team wants to keep their paint the same. Like, I get it. But it makes it very hard to rate it more than a 2 lug when you see it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You've seen it for your entire life.
Yep.
But you gonna keep it at a 2, or you gonna bump it anywhere else?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at a 2.
I'll agree with that. Just because, I mean, you see this on track, you know it's Wood Brothers.
Yeah,
It does have an identity behind it.
it does. The red one looked better though.
Mr. Logano in its primary shell Pennzoil scheme.
At least it's a nicer. It's not. To me, there's more thought put into this than last year's was. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a 3. I'm not tired of it yet. I'm sure I'll get there, but
I'm gonna agree with your 3. Definitely better than last season. Moving on to Mr. Bubba Wallace.
oh, Bubbles in his Columbia 23.
Think of this one.
Well, I think
Uh,
it's your turn, isn't it?
it is. But I asked you a question. I wasn't asking you
I
for a
like
rating. I asked you what you thought about it.
I like it a lot, honestly. It gives me high key 90s vibes.
So I watched the Wrap It Up podcast go through their
Uh-huh.
schemes, and when they came to this one, that it had a 90s vibe. And after he said that, you know what popped into my head?
What's that?
Saved by the Bell.
Hmm.
I feel like you could throw a
100%
Saved by the Bell logo on here and wouldn't have to change anything about it.
facts.
And
I haven't
you
watched
know
Saved by
what
the
that
Bell in
means?
so long. What's that?
It's getting my 5.
I'm not gonna give it my 5. It's one of my favorites. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to get this scheme. But I'm gonna give it a 4.
Can be subpar. Happens to the best of us. All right, moving forward to Mr. Willie B.
Whoa! It's a Liberty University car. It's almost like we see one of these every other week. Uh, I'm gonna give it a 3 love. It's a solid scheme, but it's getting wore out.
It is indeed. And with that being said, I'm bumping mine down to a 2. Change it up a little bit, homies. Seeing that one for years.
Okay.
The Dream Machine is back.
Hey, Aaron's. This right here, solely for nostalgia reasons, is getting my 5.
Ooh. I think Wrap
Bro,
It Up did give this one the scheme of the week, if I'm not mistaken.
all I'm gonna say is I can see a 99 on the side of this. No, I'm thinking of a different. Never mind. Never mind. Disregard my last.
Let's say it was 00 and 55 and 56.
Yeah.
All the Michael Waltrip racing cars,
For some
baby.
reason, my brain said Aflac when I know better than that. I was thinking of the
Uh,
Michael Waltrip, not the.
Definitely not Affleck, homie.
Yeah, no, but
Because I can't give 2 5s, this one's getting a 4.
it's a nice looking one though. I like it.
It is. Ready to see him leading the race a little bit with it.
Right?
All right. Ready for a new scheme?
Let's do her tour. Oh wow, it's a Monster Energy scheme. What a wonderful choice in color scheme. They have a succulent lime green with a dark, dark black. It's almost like they could not think of another way to put a monster scheme together.
Right.
I'm giving this a 1. I'm tired of seeing them already.
The only thing that makes this better than 1 is all the green that they do put on it. That's solely what's keeping it at a 2. Because when they
They
run
could
that
do
other
so much.
Monster Energy scheme and it's just
Oh,
straight black.
yeah. I mean, they could do so much more with a monster scheme. Like they could have rips going down the side. They could, you know what I mean? Just I hate when they just like, oh, what are we gonna do for a scheme this year? Oh, I got a great idea. Let's take a black car and just put minimal orange on it, and everybody will know. Yeah, everybody gets tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right. City of Refuge. Mr. Zane Smith.
I
Actually, a
like it.
new scheme. This one, also because I can't give more than 1 5, I'm going with a 4.
I'm surprised you didn't blow your 5 on this one because of all the orange.
I blew my 5 early.
I have that problem too. 4. 4 left.
Oh, man. All right, let's move on from there. We actually got another new scheme.
Hey,
Oh,
it's a
Custer.
blue scheme. 50 Shades of Blue.
Yeah, but at least it's not like just regular lines. Got like
Uh,
some shapes to it.
Sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning like crazy right now. Obviously, the scheme designer for Stuart Haas Racing stayed with Haas Racing because these are some of the worst schemes that I have seen put out. I'm giving this one a 2. I do not like this scheme.
Actually, kind of like it. I'm gonna keep it a 3, just for the fact they got some shapes going on in their patterns this time instead of just straight up straight lines everywhere. You
They
can
are
actually
straight.
see the difference pretty
They're
easily in
just
color too.
irritating.
All right, John, 100 name check.
Well, well,
The Dollar Tree scheme.
it's the Dollar Tree scheme.
I'm not tired of seeing it yet, so I say a 3.
I agree with your 3. That's where I was gonna put her. I like the Jack Links contingency sticker.
Too bad like Dollar Tree wouldn't be like Kroger, where Dollar Tree was on the hood, but then like the rest of the car was whatever associate sponsor. That'd be cool.
Yeah, right.
All right, Mr. Eric Jones, his Advent
Eric
Health car again.
Jones and Advent Health. This is basically like the one we seen for the 500.
Yep,
Wasn't he in the Advent Health?
yep, same exact car.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like the. I think it's a 4 lug. Like it's one of my favorites.
I'll agree. I'm not tired of seeing it yet, and it's better, much better than last year. I'll stick
Much
with your
better than
4,
the Family Dollar scheme.
especially Jimmy's.
Ugh.
All right, so we don't have JJ Yaley's, so we're gonna skip
Nope.
ahead to Tyler Reddick.
I like this actually.
Pretty
I mean, it's
simplistic,
very,
but
very simplistic, but it pulls it off well. I'm gonna give this one. Wait, is it my turn or is it yours?
it's yours.
I always jump ahead. I always jump ahead of myself. Sorry. I'm gonna give this one a 4 because I like it. It gives me like cop car vibes.
Well, yeah, I can see that now that you bring it up. All you gotta do is change the purple to black and throw some lights on top of it.
Honestly, you don't even have to change the purple. You just throw some lights on it, and I can see it.
Oh no. Stop
Sorry.
yawning. Uh, I'm gonna bump it down to a 3 because I feel like they should have done a little bit more with it, but I'm not mad at it.
All right.
Ricky Stenhouse.
It's your potato rolls.
Yeah. Never heard of me making potato rolls, but apparently they're famous.
All right. I wish you would have shared some with me, but you know.
I wish I would have shared some with myself. uh, I'm gonna go with. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna throw a 4 at it.
Oh gosh. I wish I could quit yawning. I'm gonna agree with your 4. It is a very unique scheme. It makes me think of her El Paso scheme or his El Paso scheme. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's Ricky. Doesn't really matter.
So,
We're canceled. Moving on to
yep.
Alex Bowman.
Nice.
His primary ally scheme.
Yeah, I like the 70s vibe I get from it. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
I will agree, just because it's still fresh, not tired yet.
Yes, sir.
It'd be even better if that pink that's on it was the Nashville pink that they used.
Oh, 100%, dude.
We don't have Cody Ware's Arby's car, so we got to go to Mr. Ty Gibbs.
Speaking of Papaw's money.
Here comes the money.
Using old Papaw's money to get Saya. Oh, I'm gonna get. It's definitely better than his monster scheme. I'm gonna give this one a 4.
I'm gonna stick with the 3 on it. It's kind of boring, and why did they have? I mean, Monster must have something to where it has to be on a black background. Why else would you add it in there like that? It's kind of weird.
If it was me, like I would have tried to have like a black line through the whole thing where it actually flowed instead of just this random black blob.
I agree. 100%.
Man, hang on. Before we move on, you talked me down. Change mine to a 3.
Huh? There we go.
Yeah.
Gotta make it to where we can just toggle on and off the.
Right. Each one. I need to just go ahead and get my stream deck. So I could do it myself.
Not really gonna help me out because stuff from your end.
Oh, I didn't think about that one.
Ryan Priest.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like the colors do not go well together.
I think that's what makes it pop. So it makes it even better. Because I mean, it's kind of tied in because you got the little mug with the red on it with the red 60. Granted, if it was my car, I would have done like the blue 60.
Yeah, I feel like that would look better. But still, so the like off weird yellow.
I love it, dude. I love it.
I'm going with a 2.
The yellow's because of the box that the. Oh my gosh!
I imagine that's their brand's colors.
Yeah, it's what it is. I'm gonna go with a 3. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 3 because it is kind of ugly, but it's kind of charming too in its own way.
Dun, dun. Michael McDowell.
I like the pastel colors.
Yes.
I mean, that's about all it's got going for it. I'm gonna give this one a 2. It's not my favorite.
I am gonna agree with you. Because, I mean, it basically looks the same as what they did last year.
Yep.
Except it was the lines and not the swooshes, but. Carson Osavar. Same scheme as last.
I'm not a huge fan of this scheme. I mean, it's not the worst one. I'd like it better than his Ziegler scheme, but what you think about it?
I'm going with a 2.
I agree.
We don't have BJ McLeod scheme, so we got to jump ahead to the 88, Mr. SVG.
Ooh, this is one of my favorite schemes. Even though it looks like a Colgate scheme. The reflective 88 definitely helps with my. So I'm gonna give this one a 3 lug, just because there's not a whole lot going on, but you got the Red Bull mask, the reflective 88, and then you got the Colgate swooshes.
I will agree with you 3. They could have done WeatherTech could have done some cool crap with this car, but
Oh yeah, I agree. I feel like they could have made like instead of a white car, have it like gray with some like red and darker reds and stuff like that in it.
all right. Last but not least, Mr. Daniel Suarez.
Is it his freeway car? Oh my goodness, who would have ever thought that he would be running his freeway car again? Oh man, I was almost surprised there. I'm giving this one 2 lugs. I hate this scheme.
I'm gonna throw it a 3 because I like the color combination it's got going on. That's about it. That's all I got for it.
Yep, it's not my favorite. Yeah.
Bring it back to the main screen for that yawn.
Sorry. Oh man.
That's all of our
So
schemes that we got for this week.
yeah,
Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
definitely hit the subscribe button. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram. Join our fantasy for a chance
Yes.
to win a 164th at the end of the season. I know we got a couple people join in.
Yeah, I did see we had some new people this time around.
Yeah, so right now I'm leading, and then I think it's Trash Can behind me. So
I'm all the way in last place because all of my drivers decided to quash out almost.
to be fair, I had Johnson on mine, and he finished third, and I had Byron. So I'll take it, homie. I'm in. Like I said, I'll take my lead. But if you guys have plenty of time to get in there and uh, play fantasy with us, What the heck did I just say?
That you
Join
were
our
talking
league.
about here.
I know, dude. I don't know what the heck's wrong with my brain tonight. Just can't focus. But like I said, the winner of the fantasy league at the end of the season will receive a 164th diecast from the Lionel shop of their choice. So get ready for that. And you also want to make sure you're watching our videos because at some point throughout the season we'll be doing another giveaway. Last year we got to do a really cool one, which Trash Can got. But this year hopefully somebody can dethrone Trash Can of getting all of our stuff.
Right.
So
We're not doing it on purpose to give it to him.
nope. He just happened to be one of the lucky ones because we only had a couple people sign up for our giveaway. So this year, I hope that we'll have some more. Got anything to add before we close on out?
No, sir. I'm good to go. Appreciate
Alright,
everybody dropping in.
Yes, sir. I'll let you wrangle us out.
All right. We're crossing the finish line of another Race Hail Praisdale scheme scene video. May your tracks be clear and your victories many. Good night, race fans.